back to another video. Now in today's video, a lot of you guys have been asking me, where do I actually get my turtles from? Usually I just say a buddy of mine, but in today's video, I want to tell you exactly where I find and then end up getting my turtles from. Because there are, in fact, right and very, very wrong places to get your animals from. I've tried to film this 3 times now. This is the 4th time trying to film this, so I no longer am trying to set up the tripod. I am no longer trying to get the angle perfectly right over here with my chair and a clamp and my tripod, and we are just going to go for it this time. So welcome back to another... Why is it zoomed in? Let's go ahead and start talking about where the heck I get my turtles from, okay? So we're gonna go through and I'm gonna tell you guys per tub as I feed what source to use. So the first one over here is Jelly. You can see he's begging for food right now. The first source that I would start out with is going and checking your local reptile expo. What you're going to want to do is just go on Google and search the closest city to you, and then right next to it say reptile show, and then odds are something's going to come up in your area. Usually you can then go find what the date is for that reptile show, and then you can go there and get whatever turtle you're looking for. That's actually where Jelly came from. I got him from Stephen Lass of Nautilus Critters, and he was about $125. If you're going to go to a reptile show, I suggest bringing cash, although most of the guys there do take credit cards. Reptile shows are also great places to meet the breeders face to face, and you can ask them all different sorts of questions. We'll get into that a little bit later. They have all different types of reptile supplies as well as actual live animals for sale. They have snakes, lizards, turtles, tortoises, invertebrates and insects, tarantulas, and all of that kind of fun stuff there. So that's one resource that I heavily suggest checking out. So now we're gonna go ahead from this tub over here to the next topic. Here are my 4 little diamondback terrapins, and excuse that film at the surface. I have no idea what that is because I feed outside the container and I do water changes literally every day, but whatever. Little Otis is starting to come out of hiding because he's getting excited, but I am getting way off topic. We're gonna snag this tub, fill it with water. Now I'll sprinkle some of their food in here. Let's talk about the next source to get a turtle from. The next place that I usually use to go to is actually Facebook. Now, not the marketplace, but there are plenty of Facebook groups. Although Facebook does not allow the sale of live animals anymore, there are plenty of groups with people posting photos of turtles and tortoises available all the time. A lot of the times you can talk directly to the breeder. They can show you pictures of their setups and whatnot, and you can ask them all sorts of questions after you get the turtle. Just be careful of scams because there are a lot of Facebook posts where if something is too good to be true, sometimes it actually is. Just do your research on the person that you're buying from, and you should be safe. Ask around and make sure that the person that you're buying from is a known breeder. Before we go on to our next resource, I just want to show you guys Coco and Nilla and how awesome they're doing and how poorly my camera can focus. They're getting really, really, really big. These guys are doing super duper well. Coco is starting to get pink in the head, which is a classic look of an ornate diamondback terrapin. There's little Otis, who's waiting very patiently for his food, and he also gets the Missouri aquatic turtle diet until I can get a food processor, which I should be able to do this weekend, start making him some good mashed up vegetables and whatnot. So the next resource is going to be on a website / a classifieds website. What I mean by classifieds is you can go to Fauna Classifieds. That's a really popular resource that a lot of people use and that I use. Basically, breeders or companies can post reptiles for sale. And not only that, but it's a nice network of people, and a lot of people like sort of get to know each other on there. And it's just a nice cohesive place where you can find a whole list of turtles and tortoises for sale at any point of the day. It's essentially like Craigslist, but just for turtles and tortoises, and most of the time the people ship too. So if you can't find anything on Fauna, usually what I'll do is, as a last resort, which I kind of don't recommend just because a lot of them are sketchy, is an actual turtle or tortoise buying website. While there are some really good turtle and tortoise buying websites, a lot of them, like I know a couple years back, it was called like Turtle Sale and TurtleShack.com. They were just sending out mass-produced and horrifically taken care of animals. It was just awful to see when you could have been buying from, you know, reputable people and also taking in animals who needed good homes. But I know of some nice breeders, and you guys need to do your research. I'll talk about that in a moment. But Turtles and Tortoises Inc. I know is owned by Jay Frewer, who is a breeder down here in Florida. Same with the Turtle Source. That's Mark Cantos, I believe his name is. Nautilass Critters or Creatures, that's Stephen Lass. So just look into the organization a little bit, but that's usually my last resort is going to a specific turtle or tortoise buying website. Like I said, you're going to want to check a local reptile show, then I would check Facebook, then something like Fauna Classifieds, a last resort on a website, and now finally let's talk about what to do when you go to any of these places. When you go onto these websites or you talk to these people in person or you message them on Facebook, make sure that they're reputable breeders. What I mean by reputable, it's kind of hard to describe. Essentially what I'm saying is it's someone who produces animals in captivity, someone who's not poaching, someone who's not just in it for the money, and hopefully they're in it for conservation as well, and they're not just in it to make a quick couple bucks, and they're not just doing it to make money. They actually care about the animals that they breed, and they want to produce animals so that way people don't have to go and poach them from the wild. A lot of reputable breeders will be more than happy to show you pictures of their setups, so feel free to ask. Also pictures of the adults and the eggs and their incubators to make sure that they are in fact captively producing their animals. And if someone can't provide these things, poachers will mass produce hatchlings. They'll just have them out of nowhere and have usually really cheap prices, sometimes all year round. That's not how things realistically work. Captive breeders will run out of animals mostly at some point. And not only that, but they're more than happy to talk to you, answer most of your questions, and provide photos of their setups and help you with hatchling care. I know tons of nice diamondback terrapin breeders. I'm gonna go ahead and list off a couple right now. I'm just showing you a couple of examples of where to buy turtles from, but I also have personal friends and personal connections that I've made in the past couple years of people who will come to me with turtles that I'm looking for, or I ask them to keep their eyes out if any of their friends are producing these animals. Possibly 1 week from today, I am lined up to go to Iguana Land and possibly meet Greg Whitstock, the pond guy. So that would be freaking awesome. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Apparently, like 85% of people who watch this are not subscribed. Please hit that button, hit the little bell thingy, give this a thumbs up, let me know that I did a good job. And let me know what you think of this video format, because I'm just trying to make it easier for me so I can produce more content for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to donate to my Patreon so I am more encouraged to do videos for you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.